Hi, and welcome to my quick tips and tricks video for the Final Fantasy X-2 extra part, Last Mission. I've been playing it again lately, and I felt like it would be a good idea for a video, because the game can be quite confusing, especially if you're not used to these types of games. So let's get started! First off, what exactly is Last Mission? Well, it originally came out as a Japan-only sequel of sorts in 2004. It would take all the way until 2014 to get it translated into English for the HD remaster. It's a dungeon crawler of sorts, featuring Yuna, Riku, and Pain on their last mission together, climbing a tower known as the Udisir Tower.
Travel to Udisir.
Playing as one of the three girls, you'll climb your way up to floor 80 using dress spheres, potions, books, and items. Depending on which girl you'll choose to play, you'll start with a different class. Yuna starts as Gunner, Riku is Thief, and Pain is Warrior. And just like in the main game, different dress spheres comes with different skill sets. I personally went with Yuna, but it's up to you really, because it's not gonna make much of a difference for long, and you can actually change character later. So every floor will have enemies, some items, dress spheres, and of course an elevator to move on to the next floor. There's also a shop that you will find fairly regularly in between the floors, or you can find an item to travel there directly. And now that the introduction is over with, let's talk about some of the useful tips and good things to know. Remember the dress spheres? Although you can only wear one, you can have up to 4 more stacked behind it. This allows you to switch easier. It works as a backup if your main dress sphere gets KO'd, but best of all, it gives you more abilities to work with. A berserker having a white mage as a backup can actually use heal and Azuna. And there is one other thing. Depending on which dress spheres you're mixing with your main one, you're given something called auto abilities. These are super useful and there's so many great combinations. Next, let's talk about some of the really useful and must-have items. You only have 20 empty slots in your inventory, so it's important to choose carefully which items you want to carry with you. Two other really useful items are: find secret rooms. It teleports you to a secret room that may or may not have treasure in it. The other is called Restart Guide. It returns you, with all of your items and dress spheres of course, to floor 1 of the tower. And you get to climb all the way up again, and although it is tedious, it helps a lot for leveling up and getting better stats. And lastly, let's talk abilities. I recommend finding a dress sphere that you like, with abilities that works for you. But if you want a more simple way of climbing the tower, there are definitely a few dress spheres that makes it a lot easier. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember that I'm no expert when it comes to this game. It's just what works for me. Thank you!